So Pyrenees are great dogs. I love my Great Pyrenees. If you're going to get a livestock guardian dog, I strongly recommend the Great Pyrenees. They are one of the more gentle dogs we've had. Our Belle has been absolutely just a great dog, and takes to her job. We have 4 acres, so we don't have a ton of property here, so she's actually never off leash, and we have a line set up that's 100-foot line that she's tethered to. When we have her outside, we keep her out at night, and when we have her out, we don't lose animals to predators. The issue we've ran into is that we do not always have her out. If it's lightning or something, obviously she's tethered to a metal line between 2 trees. We bring her in, and we've had times like this year we lost 2 meat birds. We brought Belle in thinking it was going to storm. It did not storm, and literally in the 2 hours that we had her in, I came out to actually put her back on her line, and there was an animal that was in our meat bird enclosure getting that's our new chicken, by the way, one of our new chickens. Animal that had got in here. That being said, that's for a myriad of reasons that became a problem. One being I didn't tighten this fence up well enough. It's the first time putting up fences. And if I had done a better job of putting the fence up, I wouldn't have had lost the animals. It's say good fences make good neighbors. Good fences would have done a world of good against the predators. But Pyrenees, ours is actually on the small side. She is, I went to go get a brad nailer off somebody. I got a good price for it. And they had an 8-month male Pyrenees. And he was already like 130. And he came up to me when I got out of the car and jumped up, put his hands on my shoulders, looked me like in the face with no issues, and just kind of, Pyrenees kind of don't have when they look at you, they don't have a deeply insightful look. So it's always like, ooh. Ooh. And they are territorial in that she does know what's hers. We've never seen her be aggressive with a pet. We've never seen her be aggressive really in any way whatsoever. I think a lot of it is her presence, her size, her bark keep the other animals out. So we haven't had coyotes come on our property, and we do have packs of coyotes around our area. So Pyrenees are great dogs. Pyrenees are not training dogs. I would not, if I wanted to, I wouldn't get a Pyrenees if I didn't have a lot of room. This is not an apartment dog. It would be miserable for Belle if she was just stuck in a house all the time. The other thing with Pyrenees, hey Belle, hey Belle, hey Belle, hey Belle, there you go, there you go. Come here, Belle. Come here. Are you caught again? Come here. Come here. Yeah. My Pyrenees, I'll be honest, she's come to me like maybe 2 times in her life. They aren't obedient animals. They aren't obedience trained. They are bred to understand the need to protect livestock and to go do so. She also is in my fire pit, laying in it, digging in it. If I had known this was where we were going to put the line, I wouldn't have put our fire pit there. But the fire pit was one of the first things I actually put in, using a lot of the old concrete slabs and such around the property. So this was here, and then we ran the line for our Pyrenees between 2 trees, and this was the best spot. So she's literally digging in the fire pit. And there isn't too much there's a couple little bitty metal pieces, but wow, she's digging a big hole. How about them apples? But so you're not going to get a dog that's we call her and generally she looks at us, we know she recognizes her name, doesn't come, just not what she's going to do. So, but there is probably no more chill dog we've ever seen in our life. This dog, because their job is to be up and protective, generally they're up all night. They do bark at everything, but during the day they will find a spot to lay down and lay down. So in the heat of the day they are laying down, outside, inside, whenever. So just a heads up for if you're going to put one of these lines up in your yard like we have. I am not a knot specialist, so a knot person might have done something different than me, but I've just anchored the lines between two trees. And what I did was, because I couldn't get it very tight, kept getting very, very, very loose. So we use electric fence for our pigs. So I took the line, it's anchored circle around a tree, and then I tied it off to an electric fence tightener, actually, and you'll just see. And then you'll tighten this up. You do not want these too tight. You want them loose enough where there's some motion. If it's too tight, a 100-pound dog will break it as soon as they get the chance. So, but this has really been a great thing for us to be able to just come out and easily tighten it down so you're not clotheslining yourself while you're doing the mowing. But yeah, that is our Pyrenees. Beautiful dogs, smart dogs, but kind of their dogs. But I do love their little. They're not super affectionate. Ours won't come up and just like snuggle with you. Ours isn't a jump up on the bed kind of dog. But we've got an Aussie Shepherd purebred, we've got Belle, and a Lab Chow, the older Lab Chow. Lab Chow's 11, 12 years old, but our Lab Chow's a great dog. Falcor is our Lab Chow, and Falcor's my favorite. Belle's probably second favorite, and Harley is our Aussie Shepherd, and she's just a little too high maintenance, high energy for me. But this is the joys of having a homestead. If you're gonna have a homestead and you're gonna raise animals, you need to have a protective livestock guardian dog. I think it's essential. The Pyrenees are probably, in my opinion, the best, but I don't have a great experience with the other breeds, so I couldn't tell you from experience. The only time we've lost animals with her around has been when we have taken her inside. So that is my plug for the Pyrenees brands. They are wonderful dogs. Our chicks are coming along great. Since I'm walking by the house, I figure I'll walk over and show you some chick vision so you can check out the chicks. You'll see the little one, the big one. They're probably about a week and a half older. These are. So they're about ready for me to move in. I'm gonna separate them from the little ones in the next couple days. I'm gonna show you some things and then we'll get to that. So over the weekend we wound up picking up some new chickens. They are Easter eggers. We've got 3. One's hiding. There's 1, 2. I feel like Barney. There's 1, 2, and 3. We have them quarantined. Whenever you introduce new animals to your flock, you should quarantine them. We got these from the Waltermans. They're another Homestead channel. If I can, I'll put a link up somewhere to their channel. They're wonderful. It's always good to see them. But they had too many Easter egg chickens, and we were in the area, so we took them off their hands. And even though we trust the Waltermans, we know the Waltermans, it still is good when you get new chickens, new creatures, to separate them from the flock for a few days, just in case there's anything specific to the Walterman flock that's not necessarily good or bad, but if there's some sickness that they're a natural immunity to or something of that nature, but they're carriers, I'd rather not find out the hard way about that. So, especially when they're hanging out next to my favorite Dixie. But I'm really looking forward to, these should be egg laying for the end of the year. So it's a great opportunity for us. There was some conjecture as to whether they were roosters or not. One might be a rooster, but I think they're all hens. But we'll find out. So we drove with them for about an hour, 15 minutes in our RAV4 yesterday, and there was no crowing or any kind of noise made, so I'm a little surprised by that. But the reason I show you them is for 2 reasons. One, I always like to show our new flock, and 2 being the bigger chicks from this enclosure will be moved into that enclosure, and I'm going to keep them in there for probably 2 or 3 more days, and then I'll move the little chicks I'll take the big chicks out and I'll move them into there. And I'll actually rotate this enclosure to give the ground a break. So that is kind of the summary of the day. There's actually been a lot of little things that have gone on this week. Don't want to get too much into everything that's going on. But tomorrow's new work day begins, and it's a good time to stay busy. So, Joe at Bumbling Acres, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you have any questions about what we do, I'll probably be doing a water system setup, kind of what we do here, what I've learned from it, what I would recommend in the next weekend. Really should be next Saturday. If you have questions or you have specific questions about a water system like what we use, which we collect rainwater off of these totes, those are our primary collection points. And then there's secondary collection points here outside each enclosure that we utilize for our water. So it's for the animals. It's not potable for us yet, but I'll be setting up a solar distill system next year, and we'll kind of go from there. So anyway, Joe at Bumbling Acres, don't forget to like and subscribe. Belle, quit playing in the... I've got a white Pyrenees, and she's just going to be covered in burn pit stuff. So anyway, thanks y'all. Bye.